Want to know what's happening in sport around this fabulous lake of ours? Tune into Lake Macquarie FM 97.3 from 6 a.m. every Saturday for Lake Mac Life Saturday Sports Edition with Matine.
And you're with Matine on Lake Macquarie FM, the new 97.3. This is the Saturday Sports Edition of the Lake Mac Life show, where we talk to all different people in our community. And I certainly have a fantastic guest with me this morning, Rebecca Plunkett, and she fits all of those moulds. She is a local, she is a sportswoman, and she is doing great stuff in our community as well. So welcome aboard, Rebecca.
Thank you.
And it's pretty cold out there. Pretty cold this
yeah.
morning, but you are going to be doing something a lot colder. You're going to be plunged into icy cold water at about 2:30, 3 o'clock this afternoon at the Newcastle Big Freeze #1 sports ground.
Yes, I am.
So what got you into this? What was your inspiration? What made you think, look, I want to come along, be part of a group to raise awareness of motor neurone disease, raise much needed funds for a cure, because there is no treatment, there is no cure, and be pushed down a slide into icy water? What's your inspiration there, Rebecca?
I wanted to do it because we found out that my dad had gotten motor neuron disease, so which was in March we found out.
Wow.
So as soon as all that had happened, we had some friends and stuff that posted about the freeze, and I was like, oh, I'd hate to go into icy cold water. So I'll do
Sign
that.
me up.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'll do that, because I would absolutely despise being extra cold, because I'm not a cold person. I can't stand being cold. So I thought, he's got to be uncomfortable and, going through something he doesn't want to do. So I'm like, I'll do this. And when I told him, he's just like pointing at me like, you're going to go in the ice. So I'm like, yep. And he didn't believe me to start with, but
That's crazy. That's crazy. So what's Dad's name?
Stephen Plunkett.
Stephen Plunkett. Now, he is well known around the traps here. He worked for himself as a painter for many years after being a police officer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also he played reserve grade for Parramatta back in '78. So he's a fit man, a busy man. And can you tell us a bit about when he was, when the symptoms first started?
So they started. They seemingly started when I went overseas for a month, just on holiday, and he'd been messaging me saying like I'm slurring. I don't really know what's happening. Everyone seems to think I'm drunk, and he's a non-drinker, completely non-drinker. He's like, I think I might have had a stroke, so I'm obviously like kind of stressing about that, going, oh no, he's had a stroke.
So when was this, Rebecca?
This was in October.
October last year? Yeah. Wow. So I mean, it's not even, we're talking about 7 months ago, 8 months ago. Yeah.
So there was just the slurring to start with, and then it just started getting worse, and his swallowing got worse, and eventually by over Christmas it decreased, and by the end of March he couldn't speak at all. So
wow.
It all happened quite
so fast. So within 5 months of noticing that his speech was slurring, obviously going to the doctor, by March he's unable to talk. My goodness. So it happened very quickly. It must be a shock for your family.
Yeah, definitely.
And I guess him being so active, playing reserve grade for Parramatta, then being a police officer, and then being a painter, which is a really, really, active role. And how old is he?
He is 60.
60. My goodness, very, very young to, have a diagnosis as tragic as this, and for it to happen so quickly. So what's it like for your dad on a day-to-day basis? He's unable to talk. Is he able to feed?
His feeding's definitely decreased. He's last week, actually only a couple of days ago, he got out of the Macquarie Hospital after getting a tube put in, so a peg. So now he's he's
tube fed.
And so he does still eat normal food as well, but I just kind of slow cook everything so it's really soft, but the peg's there for those days that he can't actually swallow, which he has the worst days than others, depending on his sleep, which is decreased. And then he has like thickened water, so he can't drink like just normal drinks. Everything has to be kind of like almost jelly form for him to be able to swallow.
Okay, so you've learned a lot, haven't you, in the last couple of months?
Yeah.
And you have a stepsister as well?
Yeah, so I've got a stepsister at home who's 12.
And she's at home, and obviously this is affecting her as a 12-year-old.
Yeah. So, she's quite young. She definitely knows what's happening, but she's still young.
And this kind of thing of a parent battling a chronic illness is not a new thing for you, because you have a very interesting story of you're only 22 and your mum passed away at the age of 54 with breast cancer.
Yeah.
Goodness,
so my biological sister and myself and my dad had to go kind of through this already.
Only 6 years ago. Yeah. Only 6 years ago, my goodness. And Mum was diagnosed with breast cancer for 2 years. And
to the date.
To the date, my goodness, that is amazing. And so after losing Mum, I mean, it's an absolute tragedy to have this diagnosis with Dad as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's we didn't all quite believe it to start with. We're like, no, but it can't happen twice.
Exactly, and especially being so young and active. And this is a very, similar story that I hear interviewing similar sliders and people in that position, is that 1 minute they're very active, active with the family and the community, are working. Lots of them are, out at the gym and running, and find that they're slowing up, and different people progress differently, of course, and a very similar story that this disease is really hitting people quite hard, quite young. So we need to find a cure. So we're sliding into icy cold water and raising funds and raising awareness. Now, Rebecca, you've done a very good job of raising quite a bit of money, so we appreciate you doing that. What have you done to raise that money?
So a lot of it's mainly just through Facebook, so and online as well, so people are just sharing it and posting statuses and linking people. I had a tin at the bar that I work at Cades Beach Hotel, so I had a tin on there, so all my locals and staff and everything all put in.
Yeah.
My dad organised a motorbike ride.
Oh, wow.
So even though by the time the ride was, which was a couple of weeks ago, he was unable to actually ride himself, but the guys at Oz Trucks gave us a trike for the day so he could still ride, just not be the rider.
Wow.
So we raised some money for motor neuron disease on that day as well.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations. Really awesome. You've been working hard towards this. Now, are you going to be in character? When you oh, really? So you are dressing up as something. Well, don't spoil it. we can't wait.
Definitely am. Any excuse to dress up.
Excuse to dress up. Well, we can't wait to see you then. And Dad thinks he's going to try and get there because he wants to push you down the slide.
Yeah, so he's coming, and my sister's coming, and my nephew. So my dad's grandson is coming, who's nearly 3. So he'll probably want to be part of it. Help push his auntie in as well.
They'll have to take a ticket. You'll have to raffle off who's going to kick you down the slide.
Yeah,
I love it.
Should have done that for fundraising. I'm sure they all would have wanted to do it.
Yeah, see, look, this is an idea for next year, I think. Are you still playing basketball? Because you're a basketballer locally, aren't you?
I am, yeah. I still play. To be honest with you, the last probably month, I haven't been able to make any of the games due to appointments and stuff.
Sure.
My team's been pretty good and
pretty understanding.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. And you're a local through and through because you're a Swansea girl, but you also went to Hunter Sports High School. Not that long ago. Yeah. Come on, not that long ago.
It feels like a long time ago.
It does. You probably have your 10-year anniversary coming up, your 10-year reunion.
Yeah, we probably will. I don't even know if anyone's organised anything like that.
It'll be coming up soon. So people can still donate to the cause. They can get on to Newcastle Big Freeze 2018, Google it and get onto that, and you'll see Rebecca there. Click on her her little head. I think you've got a photo there with your dad, don't you?
I do,
yeah.
Some of the guys put a benefit night on, and we had a photographer, Aaron Witt, come over and take photos. So it's
how sweet.
A nice photo of us, which is good.
Yeah, gorgeous. And have a look at Rebecca's story. There's lots of stories there that are just heartwarming. So get on there, and if you have a few dollars, doesn't have to be huge, please put them towards this great cause. And also, if people want to come down to the number 1 sports ground at about 2:33 to see Rebecca get plunged into icy cold water. What's the plan for, because you sound like you might be a bit fluey today. What's the plan for when you're pulled out of the icy cold water? Is there going to be a towel waiting for you?
There better be, yeah.
A big towel, a hot cup of coffee or cocoa, and you'll be on your way. Well, look, Rebecca, all the very best. Thank you for chatting with us today. Another remarkable story. We can't wait to see you being plunged into icy cold water, and I'll see you there at about 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic. I'm going to play for you a Brian Ferry song. I love Brian Ferry, and I'm going to play Let's Stick Together, because I tell you what, if we can stick together, we can help find a cure and beat MND. Thanks so much, Rebecca. Take care.